Wow, everybody, that was a bit poetic, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't worried. I mean, look, we've come to the point. Yeah, we were. But, you know, it's nice to round off the season now, come for a little drink in Hammersmith whilst we're on the way home. Well, neither of us are on the way home, actually, are we? I'm going back to Milton Keynes for work, and you're going to Australia, of all places. But, yeah, quick drink before we depart and reflect on it could have been more stressful, so it wasn't too bad. But at 3-2, we were certainly sweating a bit, weren't we? But, yeah, everything worked out well in the end.
It did. Let's get going. This is the last word. Yes, hello everyone. I am absolutely burnt. Look at that tan off the sun today. You, not so much. But here we are. This is the last word. Sam obviously just said there the game was absolutely sensational. We are still in London. We've come to a pub because Sam just wants to wish me well off before I go to Australia, which I'll have to be heading off probably more or less after this video. But unbelievable singing section today. I just want to applaud the away fans. Every single one was just incredible today. Absolutely unreal voice. Couldn't barely hear anyone else around the ground. It was just constant tune going, which is meant. But I want to get the lineups because obviously we're along the Gtech. We're thinking, who's going to start? Were you surprised by his final selection? Because we're seeing Pope, Joe Linton come in. There was some murmurs going around, would Gordon play or not?
Well, that was the big headline, really, wasn't it? As opposed to it should have been the players coming back in with Pope, Cher and Joe Linton all returning to the starting 11. The headline news was again negative, and no Anthony Gordon. Suffered an injury at Manchester United, but it wasn't a foul. Do me a favour. Freaking VAR experts even in the week said it wasn't a foul. Honestly.
So we've got 6 goals to rattle through. Look, when I got the matches, I can never remember all the matches I've actually written down. If I could come back and write down them, because I'm absolutely awful at remembering. But I do remember the first 10 minutes down with that warning with Bryan Mbeumo. Really, really shit hot, and especially, you know, could have been given quite easily a goal where he gets past Hall, and the second time around as well, he beats Hall, and there was signs there, because obviously Pope had to save it when he squared it Toney. Signs there that dangerous on that side.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I thought it was onside. I wasn't expecting that. Thankfully, we got the decision that time. Early doors, we started the game really poorly again, and they were getting a lot of joy down our left. Hall was struggling a bit earlier on with Mbeumo. He grew into the game nicely, did Hall. But yeah, early doors it was all Brentford, and we had to kind of sit in and weather the storm for the first 15 minutes. After that, though, we were able to get a foot in the game and then start to take control. The midfield were getting on top of theirs. We were starting to create a few more chances, and then ultimately we took the lead and never looked back.
We did just before we took the lead, though. That Joe Linton miss by Isak on the right hand side. Brilliant play by Isak, whip his man in, and it's Joe Linton who puts it wide. And haven't seen it back yet, but I think that's it's a sitter, shall we say?
That's ring rust. That's a player that's been out for a long time, just coming back. Couple of fleeting substitute appearances there. He's not fully wound up. I think we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that one, because that was a bad miss.
It was awful, but it didn't take too long. Just after 20 minutes, Newcastle scored. Good build-up play by Newcastle. Probably the first time that they put a lot of string of passes together, and then Bruno crosses it. He looks up, and no, it's not Alexander Isak. It's Harvey Barnes who heads home. Barnes will tear you apart again. Great to see him get on the edge there. Really, Brentford a little bit all over the place. 1-0. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes with a header. Who'd have thought it? But yeah, really nice move. Really put away with aplomb. And then after that, the floodgates kind of opened a little bit until the half-time whistle went. Like I said, we were just starting to grow into the game. Couple of chances like the Joe Linton one, and Isak was starting to get a bit of joy, and it was almost like the goal was coming. I was feeling a bit more confident than the first 15 minutes, but usually Barnes is the one making an impact off the subs bench, isn't he? But you know, he had his chance today with Gordon being injured, and he's took it. He's got a goal. He was involved with another one as well, wasn't he?
Barnes, Bruno.
Barnes.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute. So I can't, like I say, I always struggle with these.
It's all a bit of a blur.
It is with so many goals, and I remember there was on a VAR decision against Newcastle shortly after. Who was it? Was it Bruno who played it? Isak, who was deemed offside, and he squares at Longstaff, and Longstaff puts it in, but the referee pulled it back. But thankfully, that didn't come back and haunt.
That was again. I thought that was onside as well.
Well, we're at the other end. You can't see that far at the other end of the ground. 2-0. For me, that was the cushion we needed. It was 36 minutes in. Isak is through on the left-hand side, if you remember. Who looks up, finds Murphy, and you've got to say it's a brilliant cross by Isak, because obviously the defender, I think it might have been Zanka, where he guns by the Danish one, stretches it out, and you think, oh, he's a little bit pushed out wide, looks up, whips it in, low ball, brilliant ball, Jacob Murphy, cheers, just like his brother, getting the headlines yesterday.
What a weekend for the Murphys. Yeah, congratulations to Josh and Oxford United playing in the Championship next season. Isak world class, making that run down the left, of course. And puts it on a plate for Murphy. Once the defender's beat, Murphy's got to just extend his leg, and it's essentially a bit of a tap-in. So he'll take them every day of the week. And yeah, that was a nice little cushion, that was. Obviously we had our half an eye on what was going on at Stamford Bridge, and you know, didn't really go as planned there, but not to worry. And then again at the Amex as well, but that didn't matter. We didn't have to look at that game in the end, thankfully. There was a bit of toing and froing in the second half, but yeah, 2-0, and that was the gap we needed, and we were in cruise control pretty much, and we looked so threatening every time we were going forward. And it was like the proper Newcastle, where, you know, all the lads are on the field, Isak, Joe Linton, Bruno, they're all pulling the strings, and just goes to show when our team are fully fit, they're a proper dangerous outfit.
Yeah, and it didn't take long. I think it was a minute later that Newcastle scored. It was Murphy, brilliant play by Murphy, nicks the ball back, plays it to Bruno. Bruno plays it to Isak. For me, the goalkeeper probably has to do a little bit better, but Newcastle didn't care. It's 3-0, and that's the cushion you need. You're thinking, this is good, this, you know. Another away day, last game of the season, 3-0 up, sun is out, everything is going well for Newcastle. Thinking, go on then, how many do you want to go and score? Because there was also a chance just on half-time where Isak is played on the edge of the box, and he, for me, has too many touches and should be getting it away quicker. But 3-0 up, obviously you've mentioned there, you were looking at the score lines and what have you, and it was, we knew that Chelsea were winning, Man United were drawn at the time, and Newcastle were, well, we'll talk about the stipulations towards the end, but coming in the second half though, it was like
hang on.
What you say on the third goal?
Yeah, just a little one, just Bruno to Isak, 2 world-class players, and I mean world-class. Just, if we can, you know, we will keep hold of them this summer. And with a fully fit squad, you know, we can have a real good go next year, because they are just proper players. You've always got a chance, whatever the game, with them pair on the pitch. And yeah, just such a slick move straight after scoring a goal as well. Just, class. Thought it should have been game over.
It should have been, yes. Let's talk about that second half, because again, similar to the first, Brentford coming at the start, crossed by Reguilon on the left-hand side, Wissa heads just wide with Pope, flat-footed, but literally a minute later, the score, and it was the German Janelt, I can never pronounce his name, good finish from the edge of the box, set up by Wissa. 3-1 at that stage, still comfortable.
Yes, but we started the second half poorly. We started the second half like we did the first half, second best. Whether or not, well, I just know whether or not about it, we did take our foot off the gas big time. And we paid the price, really. It was just a reminder that on their day, Brentford are very, very capable. They've not had a good season this season because of various things. But that front three we were looking at before the game, weren't we? And go, that's a capable front three. They can trouble us here. Our defence isn't what it has been. You know, Sven Botman's a massive miss when he's, you know, fit and not playing with an ACL injury. But yeah, it was a warning sign. But we still felt more than comfortable, and we thought it was a consolation at the time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We thought it's easy for this, and obviously even after that, you had Fabian Schär free kick on the edge of the box, which was blocked, and it fell to Isak, and he's got to do a lot better. Maybe he's off balance, but I think he's got to do better. And obviously, just a couple of minutes later, another great cross in from Brentford on the right hand side. Toney heads it, and Pope's spatula arm pushes it away. I want to talk about the Wissa goal. It's some goal, mind. Wissa picks the ball up and he's got like Burn. I think he has Schär next to him, wriggles away from them. He's got a lot to do, Sam, on the edge of that box. You're thinking, do you know what? I'm going to bend one. And my God, it's goal of the game for me. Bends it into that, in off the post. Pope's got no chance. Great goal, but 3-2 at that stage. We were really nervous.
Yeah, my first reaction to that goal was, oh, you saucy little bugger. Then it got a bit sweaty.
And he's not talking about the weather either.
No, there was a degree of worry. Obviously, at this point, Chelsea were beating Bournemouth, and
Man United have gone in front.
Had they gone in front at that point? Well, either way, it was nervy.
Sharva scored at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They went 1-0 up.
Yeah. So it was a case of, oh my God, surely we can't muck this up. But fortunately, after cussing VAR ever so slightly, all was well in the end. And
Hall was well in the end.
Hall was well in the end. Yes, well done, well done.
Yeah, but at that stage we were very nervous because Man United scored. It was like, oh my God, didn't throw it away. But thankfully, 5 minutes later, and it's not often I say this, love VAR, because Lewis Hall is clipped on the edge. But for me, if it's on the edge, on the white line, that's a penalty because that's the rules. Bizarrely, Simon Hooper and the VAR tells him it's not, pulls it out a yard out. We're all absolutely furious at the time. We're all effing and blinding, and we're all going F VAR in the stadium. We're all effing and blinding, but for once, yeah, but it's in hindsight, it's worked in our favour because we effectively score from it. The free kick by Isak. It's an awful goalkeeping mistake. I think the keeper has to do a lot better. But he palms it straight back out the penalty box, and there's Bruno, and it's back to 4-2, cushion time again.
I'm going to take a slightly more cynical view.
Go on then.
Not of the goal, but of the VAR.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, especially after what happened on Wednesday night as well at Old Trafford. It's a penalty for me. You can tell a lot by the players on the pitch, their body language as well. Was it Mbeumo who made the challenge on?
Yeah, he didn't even argue against it.
No. So look, some cynics among us may say, "Oh, it's the last chance to try and save Man United," but no, that is silly. But yeah, I didn't like it. But you know, it was fortunate in the end that we got the goal from the resulting free kick. But yeah, for me, it should have been a penalty. But Celebi, yeah, Bruno does what he does best. Got the bucket hat on. I hope there's
brilliant that, by the way.
I hope there's plenty of photographs of that because I feel that image will become iconic.
No, it was class, absolutely class, and everyone's gotten absolutely wild because I think at that stage, see the game out, game management. Man United went 2-0 up. Chelsea hung on in the end, but thankfully, the ask for today was Newcastle just go and do your job, go and match Man United, which we've done. We'll pull up the league table because 7th would...
We need to just make a point as well. When that 4th goal went in, he did make a very shrewd tactical change, switching to a back 5. So we weren't in a position really where Brentford could come back in and get back at us. And you know, we did everything we could to stop them scoring, and we've done that. So that was a good move by Howe. And Dummett came on as well. Will that be his final hurrah? You might get to see him play again, but I don't know.
Well, competitively, it's probably his and Almiron's who played today for me. But yeah, the league table's now up, and we are 7th. Normally, 19 out of every 20 seasons, that'll get you Europe. But unfortunately, Manchester United, who now finished 8th, which is the worst finished in a long time. And I think it's I know what you're going to say.
Yes, you do.
The first time that we finished ahead of them since 19...
Well, no, it's the first time in the Premier League we've finished above Manchester United.
And it's the first time since something like 72, 73. People correct me, but it's well over 40 years that Newcastle have finished ahead of Man United any league season, which is just mental that it's been that long. But Man United finished in 8th. Wow.
So the permutation is that we desperately need Manchester City to win the FA Cup.
We all become plastic Man City fans, just like the majority of them.
Yeah, so if Man City win the FA Cup, we're in the Conference League. If Manchester United win the FA Cup, we have no European football next season.
Look at that, sun's come back out again, just in time, eh? Yeah, you're right. So if we'll all become... Newcastle have done their bit today. Should have done the previous 2 games, but we're 7th. We're there. Well, I say we're there. We're not there yet, but we've done the league stuff. It's all down to the FA Cup now. We'll all become Man City fans.
It'll be gutting. It would be absolutely gutting, because I think 7th, like you say, more often than not, that's enough to get Europe. And after everything that's happened this season, you know, we've had great times in the Champions League, some great away days. We've had 2 cup quarter-finals, a 7th place finish in the Premier League. Considering all the injuries we've had, I don't think that's bad going at all. I think we'd be very hard done by should we not get Europe next season. So, yes, good luck, Manchester City.
Come on, the City, up the City. And obviously that
Is that
famous...
what they say?
I don't know what they say.
Up the City.
I don't know. Come on, you City. I don't know what they say. It's quite quiet in there at Etihad, but we're all rooting for you. And obviously that Derby away win at Sunderland is probably another highlight as well, and a great season.
There's been loads of highlights. We've broke the record with the number
2 goals.
Yes, but we've also broke the record of number of Premier League goals scored as well. This season we've scored more goals than ever before in the Premier League.
Yeah, more than Keegan's, more than Bobby's teams. Incredible.
More than last season as well. So it's you know, there's been so many good memories this season again. So yeah, I just come on, City. Do us a favour.
Yeah, we're all City fans. Just talk about today's performances. For me, you've got to look at Murphy was exceptional again, and he's in that side for a reason now. He's starting to deliver. I know he's up and down, but today he was great. Bruno, class, just cleverness and knowing how to win a free kick and 2 assists. Isak, we talk about him most weeks, and great to see Harvey Barnes. Is there anyone else that you pick out?
Good to see Joe Linton back.
Yeah.
Very good to see Joe Linton back. Shame for him really, because he's missed out on the Copa America squad for Brazil, hasn't he? But you know, I thought he played longer than I was expecting today, to be honest, because I thought he'd be hooked after 55-60 minutes. But he played the majority of the game, didn't he? I think he'd come off Trippier, wasn't it? After the 4th goal, so it was 75-80 minutes. But yeah, good to see him back. Absolute beast in midfield. Bit of S-housery as well towards the end, wasn't there, from Pope? He made a couple of good saves as well, to be fair. So yeah, it was great to see him back.
Yeah, do let us know what was happening, because Pope was turned around to the Brentford fans and waving, or he was doing something we couldn't see because we're at the other end of the ground. But that is it. It's the last word of.
Or is it?
Well, it's not technically, because I'm going to be doing 2 videos. Well, more than 2 videos, of course. The 2 last words out in Australia, but there's plenty of content coming as well. But the last word of the competitive games this season. So hope you've enjoyed everyone's coverage, from all of the lads back in Newcastle, us two down in London, everybody who's contributed as well. I hope you've enjoyed the content. It doesn't stop even after Australia. We've got the end of season vids that we do every single year. You're going to love transfer rumours, because you love them like we do. Not because we hate them. But yeah, we've got loads of content. We've got the Euros. I'm at the 2 England games as well. We'll probably do some stuff on Euros maybe as well. We've got some, 1 or 2 people approaching us to do some stuff with them. But it doesn't stop at NFTV. So last words?
Safe flight.
Oh, I meant to the public, not me.
I'm getting to them. Gee.
They're important, not me.
Well, you know, safe flight. Have a good trip. Come back safe. And thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hopefully we can be on another European adventure next season. I've already eyed up the pots, potential pots in the Conference League. We could be going to some very, very interesting places next autumn and winter.
Some very interesting places Adam Phillips might enjoy. 1 4-hour WhatsApp that one.
Yeah, there's all sorts of, you know, we could end up in Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Finland. Norway, Denmark. Who knows? So, but we've got to get there first. So can't get too ahead of ourselves. But yes, thank you very much for watching this season. The content, of course, does not stop, as you well know. We can't stop. It's a disease at this point. We can't stop. God knows we've tried. But yeah, no, it's all good. Really good season. I don't want anyone feeling downbeat or questioning the manager and questioning this, that and the other. In the circumstances, I think it's another successful season, and that's the kind of bottom line on things, irregardless of Europe or not. But 7th place.
Considering 4th and 7th in 2 seasons, and it's pretty decent.
We're only 8 points off 4th.
Yeah, and it's pretty decent considering the trajectory that we're on. We've overachieved and probably about where we should be now. So, and even Eddie Howe said that in his press conference. But for me and Sam down here in Hammersmith, aren't we? We're doing, yeah. That's it from us too. Ta-ra, everyone. Bye bye.